All right, it's February 5th. Thanks, Isaac. Guess what day it is, Isaac? Guess what day it is? Come on, I know you see it, Isaac. Huh? Hump Day, yeah. All right, here we go. Yesterday, you were asked, you were told, you were to do only numbers 2 through 12 on page 340. Listen fast so we can move on. Number 2, the answer you should have gotten is 40%. Listen to how we got it real quick. If it was 10, it went up 4. You put 4 over 10, 40%. Number 3, you should have gotten 20%. Listen why. Because 4 over 20 is 20%, 1/5. Number 4, you should have gotten $60 or 60.84. All you had to do, please stop. 78 times 0.22. Why? Because 22% is 0.22, and then subtract that from 78. Number 5, 23.1, as Michael told us yesterday. Number 6. Find the number of tennis courts in 1985. What did you get?
870. I got 89.70.
89,700?
Yeah, but then I changed. Wait,
hold on. There should be about 200,700. Why? Because you had to add 89,700. Let's read it. Ready? Let's read it and understand it. In 1975, there were 100,000 tennis courts in the U.S. This number increased by 69% in the next decade, from 75 to 85. The number then increased by 9% from 85 to 95. 85, how many were there in 95? How many were in 95? You had to increase 130,000 by 69%. So what did you have to do? You had to multiply that by 0.69 and then add it to the 130,000. So you had 219,700. You forgot to add it to the original 130,000 you had. Those of you that got something like 89,700. Okay, find the amount of the second increase. The second increase, you had to take the 219,700 you had now and add to that 19,800. Because that's 9% of 219,700. You following this, Noel? And part 3. So the number of courts in 95 were, drum roll, anybody got it? Did anybody think they got it?
Wait, what number?
Number 6. Part 3. Anybody think they got it? The answer is 239,500. I'm going to go over that again just in case anybody out there cares to learn it. Here's how we did it. Number 1, you had to take the 130,000, multiply that by 0.69, add that to 130,000, and you got 219,700. Number 2, you had to take the 219,700, multiply that by 0.09, which gave you 19,800. Add that to the 219,000. You got 239,500. Do you need me to say it again?
No.
Number 7, 60%. Dominic put 6 over 10, 60%. Number 8, 2.2%. 2.2. You put 8 over 360. What was the difference from 360 down to 352? 8. Put that over your original. Where's the original go? We got to do this again 7 times. Where does the original amount go? In the denominator. As soon as I see the problem, my hand's going to go, denominator, the original number. Number 9, 6.6%, or 6.6 repeating, Or if you wrote 6 2/3. 6 2/3%. Number 10, 14%. Number 11. Number 11,
10%.
down 10%. Number 12, up 20%. So in number 7, you had an increase. Number 8, decrease. Number 9, decrease. Number 10, increase. Number 11, decrease. Number 12, increase. What? 10, 11, and 12, 14%, 10%, and 20%. Take the change, put it over the original. You all right?
I got the right back in it.
Check your subtraction, and then check your division. All right, here we go. Number 13. We have 1,100. It's increased by 4%. Somebody tell me what to do. 1,100 increased by 4%.
1,100 is on the bottom.
No,
But it's 1,100 on the bottom.
no. Listen to the phrase. 1,100 increased by 4%.
What? Multiply by 24.
There you go. Wait, by what? No, 0.4 is 40%. 1,100 increased by 4%. Tell me what to do. I'm going to multiply that 1,100 by 0.04. And then what do I do after I multiply that?
Oh, you add it to the...
I got to add it to the 1,100.
Yeah.
Wait. No shortcut? If I'm increasing it by 4%, I'm taking all of the 1,100 plus 4%, so I can get this done in one shot by doing this. Raise your hand if you understand that. Put all the other thoughts you got going on in your head. This is the way you're told to do it. Times it by the 4%. First of all, stop, Noel. You got to make sure you know 4% is 0.04, 04, okay? Multiply these, and then you're going to add what you get to the 1,100 to get the increase. Got it? Let me give you a shortcut. You can do it in one.
I'm dumb.
If you're adding 4% to 1,100, that means you're taking all of the 1,100 plus 4%. So I can get it done in one step by going up to times 1.04. If you don't understand what I just said about multiplying it times 1.04, then you would multiply this, what you get, you add to 1,100. Do it. I'm not writing it on the board till you're done. Cameron, you're not waiting for the answer, because what good does that do you on the test? Number 13. Micah.
Come on.
Back there.
I have some. The ones you asked.
You done? You're totally done with the problem.
11.44.
I think you only did one step.
It's
I think all you did was find 4% of 1,100.
11.44. Yeah, it's over here.
To me. That is not all you have to do. 1,100 increased by 4%. You can't just find 4% of 1,100. You got to increase 1,100 by 4%.
I did.
You got to do the next step.
5,500.
No.
$744.
I got the same thing doing the one.
So you just did it one shot, 1.04. And guess what she got? 1140. Which way did you do it? This way, or did you just do it times 1.04? That's all right. But listen, the shortcut is if you're doing an increase, you got the whole 1,100 plus 4%, 104%. Think about that. All right, moving on. Turn the page. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Back to 341 because what would this be if we didn't throw a couple variables in there? Number 20. You start off with X and you go to 4X.
4.
Are we increasing or decreasing?
Increase.
Okay, so the first answer is find the percent of increase or decrease. So we're increasing. What percent did we increase if we went from X to 4X? We started with X. Where's X go?
The denominator. Or is it 3? Yeah.
We ended up at 4X. What's the difference between 4X and X?
3.
Find the difference in where you started and where you ended up. The original goes in the denominator. So this is 3X over X. That's the same as 3 over 1. What percent is 3 over 1? Percent. 1 is 100%, 2 is 200%. So your answer to number 20 is it's a 300% increase. Did you follow that? Yeah, it's 4 times it, which means it went up 3 times.
Yeah.
Because you take the original and, right.
Yeah.
Number 21. You do that one and I won't talk. Somebody raise their hand when they get it.
Oh.
Wow, we got a lot of eager answers already. That can either be exciting or,
It can be exciting.
uh-oh.
Let's just say exciting.
We'll be optimistic.
Yeah.
The glass is half full.
No.
Listen, I'm a Cleveland fan and I still say it's half full.
Yeah, me too. Well,
Jaden! Come on, Jaden!
50?
50% increase. 50%. You started, watch. You started with 6B. You went to 9B. What's the difference? 3.
Oh, wow.
What's half?
I didn't release it.
0.5. 50%. Way to go, Jaden. Now you can turn the page. All right. Percent applications. We're going to take our knowledge of finding increases and decreases and apply it to real world problems. For example, in number 1, you go shopping. We've been using this example throughout. 30% off is 70% on. So you can do 2 things. You can find 30% and subtract it from the original price, or you can think to yourself, if it's 30% off, it's 70% on, and just times it by 70%, you get the same answer. Just follow all that. I need to say it slower. If it's 30% off, you find 30% of the price. Isaac, and in example number 1, it says it was $160. So they found 30% of $160. Step 2, though, Kira, not done. You got to subtract that from $160 to find the sale price. You with me? Now listen to this. You can get it done in one shot. If it's 30% off, it's 70% on. So I can get that price by doing 160 times 0.7 or 0.70. Did you follow that? Either way, you're going to get the same answer. One of them you get done in 1 step. The book way you get done in 2 steps. Find 30% and then subtract it from the original. Example number 2. If you're a person that owns a business, it doesn't cost you the same as it costs me when I go to your store. If that was true, there wouldn't be a store because you wouldn't have any profit. And if you're not making any profit, you're not in business, right? not only profit, you couldn't even pay anybody to work there. So a business has to do what they call what's the word they use there? Markup. They buy it what's called wholesale, and they sell it for what's called retail. Okay? They buy it for wholesale price. They sell it for retail price. They have to, or they wouldn't be in business. So the business, it costs them $16. They mark up the price of that shirt 120%. How do I write? You guys done over there?
I was trying to get it mixed.
Let's do it later. What is 120% as a decimal? How do you change a percent into a decimal? You simply move the decimal point. Go ahead. So what is it? 1.20 or just 1.2. So if it was $16 and they marked it up 120%, what are you going to multiply 16 by? 1.2. Do you get it? And that's how much they're going to sell that shirt for. They're going to sell the shirt for, they're going to mark it up 120%, so it's $19.20. Add that to your wholesale price, and it's $35.2. The retail price of that shirt is $35.20. You get it? Does that seem fair? No?
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Does that seem fair? The person at the store got the shirt for $16. They're charging you $35.20. Does that seem fair?
No.
Yes, listen. Here's why it's fair.
You don't make profit.
They have lights to turn on at their store. They've got workers they have to pay. They got insurance they have to pay. They've got to pay for the heat. They got to pay for, after they pay all that, they got to pay for the space they have.
If it was less, they wouldn't make any profit.
Right. So they come up with a price. The markup is going to be, how much can I mark this up where you'll buy it and I'll be able to pay my bills. Oh, and by the way, if there's any money left, maybe I'll pay myself.
Yeah.
So you think about, if you're going to own a business, the whole point to business is finding where the supply, how much you can supply meets how much they want it. That's where the price meets. You have to charge how much they're willing to pay. But you can't charge more than they're willing to pay. And if your business is what you need to charge, they're not willing to pay, then you can't really have that business. Make sense?
Yeah.
Amen.
All right. Number 3,
Maybe.
sales tax.
Oh.
This is a low sales tax, by the way. A sales tax is something that's done by county. Most counties in Ohio, sales tax is 7%, 7.5%. So whenever you buy something that's taxable, by the way, in Ohio, food is not taxable. So when you buy something in Ohio that's not food, they're going to charge you sales tax. So let's say you went to the Dollar Tree and you bought something for $1. When you go up, are you only spending $1? What are they charging you? $1.07 or $1.08 because they have to add the tax, which is either 7 or 7.5%. So they're going to listen. If it's 7.5%, what are they going to charge you? $1.08 because they're gonna make you cut your penny in half, right? They're gonna round up like we're doing in 5th grade. All right, ready? Here's your job. Oh, by the way, when you have a business and you have wholesalers that you want to get your, buy stuff from, you want to entertain new clients, you might take them out to dinner. Well, now you got to find the tax on your dinner and you got to factor in the tip. You have to tip. Listen, the people that are working, listen, Dominic.
Technically,
We're the only place in the whole entire world that tips. That's not true.
Dominic, these people don't make a whole lot of money as an hourly wage. You need to tip. All right, here's your work. Numbers 2 through 13, go. 2 through 13.
This is so much better than this is your tongue.
Besides so much. You remember this? I do. It was like one time I think we had.
Well, based on Kim, maybe Mrs. Reed gave more homework so she wouldn't have to deal with all the talking.
Even if she wouldn't let us talk.
2 through 13. The original price is $60. It's discounted 15%. Elise, you can choose to do 60 times 0.15 and subtract it from 60. Ethan, if you don't want to do that, you can do 60 times. It's a decrease. It's a discount. Does everybody know that discount means decrease? Okay. So you can multiply it by 0.15 and then subtract that from the 60 original price. Or you can get it done in one shot by multiplying 60 by what? It's a decrease. -0.85. Lorelai says, listen, classmates, I can figure out if it's 15% off, it's 85% on. Maybe I shouldn't be giving you these shortcuts. All it does is confusion.
No, that one helps. The one with the one. I'm agreeing with you. Wait, what is this on page? I really agree. Yeah, do we have a quiz in our house? That's Franklin.
$9. I'm not. Shh. Kara, if I do it this way, it's not a one-step deal. That's the price. But watch this. If you don't like to do things in 2 steps, Kara, and you can easily subtract from 100, if you can mentally easily subtract from 100, if it's 15% off, that means it's 85% off. Watch. What do you think the price is going to be when I'm done multiplying? $51. Either way, you get the same price. You can do the 2-step, or you can do it in 1 step with a little mental math. Yeah. No.
No?
You want me to do all of them for you?
No.
Oh.
Wait.
Oh, so you can do 3 by yourself. You just want me to do 2 out of every 3 for you. And then when the test comes, I can't do anything for you. All right, ready? Number 4. Please stop. The wholesale price is $25. It's a markup. Listen, is a markup an increase or a decrease? It's an increase. You're marking it up. You're marking it up 65%. Not 165%, 65%. So it was 25. You're marking it up 65%. Do you understand that 0.65 is 65%?
Yeah.
65 hundredths. So you do the multiplication.
Wouldn't you just subtract instead of adding it to?
Hold on. And you get 1625. Is that the price you're going to charge? No. You got it for 25. You marked it up 1625. You got to add that 1625 to $25, and you get $41.25. That's your answer. Now wait, there's more. Let's say you're like Dominic, and you like shortcuts. Listen to this. If they marked up $25, 65%, that means they took the 25 and increased it 65%. So what's all of 25? 1. So you could have multiplied this by 1.65. What do you think the answer is going to be when I'm done multiplying? 41.25, because I'm taking the $25, Isaac, and then I'm adding to that the 65%. Same thing. 25 65%, add to it. Watch this. Pick the 25 times 1, add to 65%. You get the same answer.
What?
41 to 25. Why? Because, listen, 25 times 1 is the original 25. 0.65 is adding to that the 65%. I could do it in 2 steps. I can get it done in 1 step. You make the call. If you don't get this, do that. Find the percent, add it to it if it's an increase, subtract it if it's a decrease. Remember, markup, increase. Discount, decrease. Tax, increase. Sale, decrease. Tip, increase. You know who was, for a long time, notorious for being the worst tipper? Seriously, this guy had a really bad reputation all over the internet for being one of the worst tippers in the world. LeBron James. I hope he's changed that, but a long time, that was like 10 years ago.
Really? That's interesting.
People that work wherever he would go say, he's the worst tipper.
Is that a bad thing?
He probably did rise and high.
You know who's a
He didn't have anybody.
insane tipper, he makes me mad when we go out, is my son. These millennials, they want to,
Yeah.
listen, when I grew up, when I was younger, it was kind of typical, you know, at least 10%, if you were generous, 15%. So I'm like, okay, 50%, I guess I'll do that. He wants to get 20%, 22%. You know me, I'm sitting there figuring exactly the penny. It's going to be 15%. I don't want to give any more. Unless it really is a nice waiter or waitress.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
you do feel like giving
I
them.
tip
Something like all over.
But Grumpy Gills we had over the weekend, I didn't want to give them.
You would not bet.
Oh,
You did, and
oh,
then they
I
were
see.
that was what's that? I know, I want to. Yeah.
No.
So those are all over the table and they bring it up and he's like.
Wait, so
Then you live in my face.
Through 13.
yeah, that's fine.
2 through 13. And Kiara's already on 9. So measure yourself accordingly.
Okay.